Good afternoon. Thank you for watching my presentation. I'm Evan Habits, and today I will share with you my career choice, and I'll break down why I chose it, what it takes, and how to get involved. So, my career choice is journalism, and there are many different paths you can take when it comes to journalism. You can do news and reporting, sports, weather. I mean, you can really do it all. There's no specific part. So, according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, between news analysts, reporters, and journalists, 47,100 jobs were created in 2021 alone. The median pay was about $23.26 per hour, which averaged out to about $48,370 per year. And on the right side of the screen, you can see charts that break it down. The first chart shows the annual employment, and for media and communication workers, there was an increase by 5%. But for news analysts, reporters, and journalists, there was unfortunately a 9% decrease. And then the bottom graph just shares the annual wages. Media and communications workers do work or do make more, but news analysts, reporters, and journalists can make a healthy and profitable income if they want choose to do so. So my career specifically is sports broadcasting, and I want to be a play-by-play broadcaster. But what does sports broadcasting as a whole necessarily mean? Well, it can mean play-by-play, sideline reporting, finding and sharing sports news, knowing the industry, having a passion and love for sports, as well as being comfortable and confident in front of the camera. So I have two pictures here, and right now on the top right is Los Angeles Dodgers legendary sports broadcaster Vince Scully. He actually started recording or reporting for the Dodgers back when they were still in Brooklyn in the 40s and 50s. And then the bottom left is John Madden, who was a broadcaster for the NFL. You may know him through video games, his broadcasting career, or maybe even his coaching career. Madden did a numerous amount of games. He did Super Bowls, playoffs, Thanksgiving games, Sunday night games, Monday night games, Thursday night games, you name it, he called it. But unfortunately, these two have passed away since. So before I dive a little bit deeper, I wanted to share some statistics about sports broadcasting. All this information was collected by Zappia, which is an online source that gathers and collects data and information about industries and are open for the public to view. So the first chart shows the male to female ratio in this industry. Males are definitely a little bit more dominant with an 83.5%, while females are only 16.5%. But good news is more females are starting to get involved and the playing field is starting to level out. Now, the bottom one shows ethnicity. You can, I'm not going to go into too much detail. You can definitely look at it and understand it. And if you're starting to get the picture, the most dominant in this industry are white males. And I will show you in the next slide that it's the average or the most dominant age is 40 years and up. So if you think about it, it's about old white guys who are in this industry. And like I shared before, the two pictures of the legends were old white guys. But if you look at these charts, it breaks down the average age. So, excuse me, 30 to 40 years old are about 22% of the industry, while 20 to 30-year-olds, so very young still, are only about, I would say, 15. The bottom left shows what degrees everyone has, while 82% have bachelor's, 10 have associates, small percentage have masters, and an even smaller have other degrees such as a GED or possibly a high school diploma. Then the last chart I will share with you is on the bottom right, and it shares the unemployment rate. So from 2010 to 2012, there was definitely a decrease in unemployment, which was great for the economy. but then you can see there was a spike and then it started to decrease all the way from about 2013 to 2018. Unfortunately, though, from 2018 and to the present, there has been an increase. So, why did I choose this career? I love sports and I can sit down just to watch about any game, whether that's football, basketball, hockey, baseball, a little bit of soccer, maybe some tennis. I mean, I can sit down and just watch about any game and dissect it and understand it. I'm always striving to learn more about that sport or specific team, whether that's the colors they chose, the logo they chose, the city they play for they chose. Any of that stuff I find really interesting and always want to learn and learn more about. So this also is goes into my love and passion, which allows me to hold conversation with others. You know, sometimes you may be put into a scenario where you may not necessarily know another person, but a great way to break the ice is start talking about sports. And for me, that is a great start of conversation. And then when you're calling games, you can witness history. So what does that mean necessarily? You could watch a baseball pitcher throw a no-hitter, which can be very rare, or you may watch a basketball player hit the game-winning shot. It really ranges from anything, but no matter what it is history. It could be good history or it could also be bad history, but you still got to be there and you still got to witness it. And then in this industry, there will be opportunities to meet iconic people. Like I shared with you before, when John Madden and Vince Scully were still alive, there were still a lot of newcomers in this industry that probably had the opportunity to meet these guys and get some of their knowledge and understand how to, excuse me, how to be successful in this business. So just keep striving, keep pushing, keep reaching out, and you may be able to meet some of these famous people. And then to share a quick story, what was like the nail in the coffin for me to decide to be in this career was when I watched the 2019 National League Conference Series between the Washington Nationals and the St. Louis Cardinals. Pitcher Max Scherzer was throwing a no-hitter throughout 7 innings. And I told my dad, who was in the kitchen at the time, that the last person to throw a no-hitter in the postseason was Roy Halladay. And about 2 minutes later, the play-by-play broadcaster said the exact same thing, word for word. And my dad was so confused that he thought I skipped forward and then replayed it back to mess with him. But I just knew that fact from prior knowledge because I just have a love and passion for this and I want to share it with the world. So what does it take to be in this industry? Well, according to Grand Canyon University or GCU, you should, for starters, get a bachelor's degree in communications or journalism. I would recommend journalism because you get both the writing side as well as the production side. So what can you do when you're in the journalism major? Find internships as soon as you can. There's never a time saying it's too early to start. Definitely get your foot in the door, start reaching out to people and making connections and network with as many people as you can, you know. If that means sitting down to talk with them for 5 minutes and really not have interest in anything they said, or having a flowing conversation with them that can last really years, and you never know, they may be able to help you one day. And then just gain experience with different topics and responsibilities, especially in journalism. There's the production side as well as like the news side, not side. The production side's more behind the scenes, you know, working with camera work, replays, producing. It's definitely a different perspective, which I would recommend getting into. So, how can you be involved and be successful? Attend internship fairs that schools have to offer. Especially here at KU, there are many different internship fairs that are free and easy to get to, especially for the journalism school at KU. They usually host about two internship fairs each year that allow students to come out, reach out, and share their experience and try to get their foot in the door. So again, just reach out to people in this industry. They're willing to help us and they want to help us, whether that's a simple phone call or possibly getting an internship or even a job. And then just ask for help at school, on the job, wherever it is, just ask for help. If you don't know something, don't try and force it because the odds are you're not going to get anywhere with it. So ask for help from someone who has experience and they will definitely help you. And this will help you be more successful. So some more tips, just practice on your own. So this might sound silly, but turn on a sports game and mute the broadcasters and start broadcasting it as you would if you were there live. Or turn on a video game and have the simulation play out and broadcast it. Also start looking for places at school, whether that's a TV station or the radio. Right now, I'm working for KJHK, where I would have the opportunity to record podcasts, halftime reports, or even play-by-play. And then, like I said earlier, just try new and different things. College is definitely the place to start and get your foot in the door and try new things. If you like it, great, stick with it. If you don't, it's not the end of the world. Move on and find something that you have a passion for. So that is all I have to share with you. If you have any questions, here's my information, my email, my phone number. I again appreciate and thank you for listening today, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you.